We're going to Packery again this afternoon. Different kind of approach here. We're gonna actually try and get some live finger mullet to kind of free line up against these rocks with just some split shots. What I always do with live shrimp, finger mullet, we're getting about to the right time of the year when there's just all kinds of fish all over the rocks, hopefully. So anyways, we'll get back out there and hopefully we catch some fish to make a video. Little rat red. So you can get a good look at him. What is that? Freaking croaker! Ate a mullet.
Oh, that got back out there.
I know. Tried it, but today we're going back out to Packery and we're gonna look for some trout. This is what we're throwing. Some white swim like paddle tail kind of bait. Got a weedless rig. We're out here on these rocks. Normally you won't do this. See how the rocks are? This is super low water right now, so that's the only reason why I'm out here. But we're gonna work these edges, maybe some snook or trout, see what happens. Turtle. Alright, we're going back to Packery. I'm gonna roll some footage of some fish the past 2 mornings. Just free line and shrimp, which is a little split shot. I'll do a little more in-depth detail, but we're lucky enough right now we have a cheat code for this afternoon. Smile for the camera, big guy. This cheat code is gonna keep all the perch away from me, hopefully. And hopefully we can get on some more mangroves. Mangroves, snook maybe. We haven't caught a single one this year, but anyways, we'll get to it. All right. Live shrimp, split shot. Oh, little rat redfish. Yeah. Oh, threw him off. Dude, you better get you some shrimps. Whoa. Nice little speck. Too small. What we got? Oh yeah, another mangrove. It's another mangrove. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Feeling like another mangrove here. See a mangrove. Oh yeah. Dude, they are right behind that freaking rock. Good sized mang, probably 10, 11 inches. Oh, he swallowed the hook too. Oh no, it's right there. I don't know what to tell you. Cause I'm like getting bit off out there by perch. Ooh. I want to get a good little grouper, some kind of little black or a little gag grouper. I got good fish, whatever this is. Free line and shrimp with a little weight. Ooh! It's like a redfish. Good redfish. Yeah, I think he's oversized. Oh. I'm gonna let him get past all this stuff right here. He's gonna come right here. Over here. I'll swing his head in it right now. Woo! Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh yeah. Free line and shrimp. In the middle of catching piggy perch. I'm gonna release them on the surf side. Look at that. Get a close up with that scar. Boat prop, dolphin, shark, who knows. Woo. All right, that last redfish. Little shrimp, split shot, letting it float down. Just keeping it simple. Oh, there's a fish. Feels like a mangrove right there. Taking a little drag. Oh, he's in the rock. Get out of there. Oh yeah. Good mangrove. Oh man. Beautiful. About 12 inches. I got another good fish. I don't know what he is. That's what it kind of feels like. He's shaking his head a lot like a trout or something though. A little rat red. No. Beautiful. Couple spots on them. Hey, don't reel. Oh. There's a fish. This feels like a redfish again. Another small one. Or is that a... Oh, that's a good trout. That's a real good trout. We're gonna keep him. Nice trout. Free lining those shrimp.
I have to go back out this way. There's not enough room for me to come around right here.
So tell me how you lived here for 2.5 years and you still get your car stuck?
Shut up! Live action. Let's see it. Is that a personal best?
Yeah.
Just so people believe that you catch fish. What the heck is this? Good night. That is a huge perch. That is a eating size. That is an absolutely monster perch. Alright, so we are back at the house. I'm going to do a little tackle overview about what we're doing out here at Packery Channel. The most important things as far as tackle wise are going to be the size of hook, not necessarily the style of hook, but just the size of the hook, and then also the weight and how you're getting your bait down there or how you're keeping your bait up. So to start off, I personally like to run these small size circle hooks. I don't know exactly the size number on these, but you want them to be small enough to where you can hook those mangrove snapper, trout, or even the beautiful thing about these things is they're small enough, as you've seen in the video, you can catch perch. So if you're not catching anything else, you can at least catch a perch on these things. So like I said, these small circle hooks, if you don't have circle hooks, these little J hooks work. Basically, you want to kind of downsize the hook itself. And then also another important part is going to be these little split shots. How can I show them? These little tiny split shots. Now, usually I have some that range in about the 1/4 ounce to 1/8 ounce. It really just depends. If the current's ripping through there, sometimes you might want your bait to sink a little faster, so you throw on that 1/4 ounce. If you got kind of a slack tide or a real kind of weak tide, throw on these lighter ones, just because when you're fishing Packery, and a lot of what I'm doing is I'm throwing that shrimp out and I'm letting that current move that shrimp on the bottom or even in the middle of the water column, because sometimes those trout will be hanging out in the middle, and if your shrimp somehow makes it through the trout and skipjack, that's when you're going to catch your redfish or even your mangroves, because that bait will get swept and it'll kind of tether in a big pendulum, tether all the way back to the back side of those rocks, and that's where your mangroves will be. So for the rod I was using, this is a little Daiwa, and then I also use this reel right here. This is a little Sienna. So this is, one's a 3,000 size reel, one's a 4,000 size reel. Both have 15 to 20 pound wind tamer on it. You do not need a big jetty setup for this. If you don't have rods like this, I mean, if you have a bass rod, use your bass rod. It's probably the perfect kind of sensitivity that you want. Both the rods, one's 6.6 and one's a 7.3, and the most important thing about them is that you can throw the weight of that shrimp plus this split shot. You can give it a good long cast, just because you want to figure out where those fish are. Sometimes at Packery, those trout are sitting in the middle of the channel, and it is just a game of who can cast the farthest is who catches the most fish. So yeah, just anything that can cast far, these shrimp, you have good sensitivity. That's why, you know, if you have a bass rod that you throw like a wacky rig on, throw that rod. That rod would be perfect. Get you some live shrimp, go down to the jetty, go down to the end, or in the middle. If you see a lot of bait, stop. I mean, there's spots where kind of like a rock comes out a little bit further. What you'll notice is if you fish it quite a bit, there'll be different kind of tiers on how the rocks are stacked on the jetties whenever they were made, and some of the rocks are out of place because of storms and weathering and tide movement and who knows what. But anyways, you'll notice that some of these rocks are out of place, or some places just hold more fish, whether it's because it's more of a wall and more of a ledge or a drop off, or it's, you know, just a step that a lot of the fish will be on top of. But just work your way around the jetty, find where the fish are, give a couple casts out in the middle, let it drift, cast a few right along the rocks. We've had trips where we don't catch anything, and then, you know, we're just pitching right in front of us, 5 feet in front of us, and we're catching trout all of a sudden because they're right on top of the rocks. Cast a few different distances, figure out where they are, and then yeah, burn through some shrimp. And you know, the worst thing that could happen is you catch some hardheads or sand trout or piggy perch all afternoon. But hey, that's part of it. Well, anyways, hope y'all enjoyed it. Kind of made this video just for the fact that I get asked quite a bit from people coming down like, hey, what's going on? And Packery is one of the places I always recommend. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to make another one here pretty soon.